Hey everyone, it's Mr. Canfield. Today we are reviewing for our Chapter 4 test. I wanted to make this video sooner, but instead I'm doing it during class because, you know, that's how things work. All right, so this says big ideas for this page. We're going to go through and talk about it and then figure it all out. So on this first one, it just says find the measure of angle C and the measure of BAC. Well, we've got a straight line here with a cut. This is a linear pair. That means these add up to 180. So I can just do 180 minus 132.5 and get 47.5. So this is 47.5. So that's something we know how to do. The next thing, I see I have a triangle here, and we know the angles in a triangle all add up to 180. So 82.8 plus 47.5. And then we take that away from 180. We'll just do 180 minus whatever we get there. I definitely need a calculator. Be right back. Well, that took longer than expected. Okay, let's see. Let me just make sure. 132.5 minus 180. Yeah, 47.5. Okay, so 82.8 plus 47.5. You got 130.3. So you could do 180 minus that, or you could do that minus 180. I'm going to get a negative number, but I know that 49.7 is what it's supposed to be, not negative. So 49.7 is this angle. All right. So I'm going to be going pretty quick, but remember, so big idea for this page, triangle angles add up to 180. That's a big deal. And the other big deal is a straight line like this adds up to 180. The word we had for that was supplementary. So if I say supplementary, that means they add up to 180. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find angle V right here. Well, wait, I know the other two. So I'm going to just do 180 minus 34 minus 17, 129. Yes, it is that simple. So I'm going to try to pause a little bit so you don't have to keep on pausing the video. All right, this one's asking for angle G. Sometimes with these, it's almost better to ignore that and just find what we can find. Like I see this 127 here, and I know I can find that a little bit by doing 180 because it's a linear pair. Let's see, so that's 53. So now in my triangle, I got 63, 53, and something or other. So let's do 180 minus 63 minus 53. Bam, I got 64. So that's the answer to the question, 64. And as long as it's written in the correct spot on the diagram, it's okay with me if it's not written somewhere else. So this one says find the value of X and the angle S. So this one is one of those extension problems we have with algebra. So if you know the geometry side of it, that's the important part for getting a passing grade. And if you want to do better, then there's the solving part. So first thing, I have a triangle. What do we know about all the angles in a triangle? They add up to 180. So I know that 5x plus 4x minus 3 plus 2x plus 7, I know all that is 180. So let's look here. We got 5x, we got 4x, we got 2x. Those are all the x's, right? What's 5 plus 4 plus 2? They're on the same side, so we just take their signs at face value. I have 11 x's. And then I take the negative 3 and then positive 7 at face value. So negative 3 plus 7, I get 4. So I want to solve this now. I'll subtract 4 from both sides. I get 11x is equal to 176. Okay, so this part right here, if this is a 5-point question, this is 3 of the points. The other 2 points comes from solving. So we do that, and then we'll divide by the 11 and get x is equal to whatever 176 divided by 11 is. And most of these are reused questions from stuff we did. So I know I've done that exact question in class with you guys. All right, let's keep going. All right, this one. So now we're switching gears a little bit. On this page, we have these two angles are equal to each other. So within a triangle, if two angles are equal, then so are the sides that correspond to them. So the 10, and then that's a 10. Oh, let's see what the question is asking. Find the length of ST. ST. Oh, 10. Let's look at this one. Find the measure of angle G. So is this just 72? No, because this 72 goes with that. That means that this goes with 72. Right, those congruency markings go with the corresponding angle across the street from it. So G, we're gonna have to do 180 minus 70, not 76, 72 minus 72, and get 36. Oh, yeah, we just subtracted both of those from 180. All right, let's look at this one though. Order the angles in DEF from smallest to largest. So some people will, I like, there's a few different ways that people will write this. So, well, here's the biggest side. So that means this is the biggest angle. Here's the smallest side. So here's the smallest angle. That makes D, that goes with 11, that makes this our middle angle. So I could just write that, or if I want to order this and label it, so my smallest angle was F, so I'd write angle F, then comma, angle, where's mid? D. Angle D, where's big? 17E, so angle E. So I would accept on the picture, I would accept this. Sometimes people will write like FE when they're trying to write about, that's a side, that is not an angle. That you would not get points for. So then on this one, all right. So I just asked the class to be a little bit quieter. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you can't, just blame your classmates or yourself if you were the one that's loud in the video. All right, so on this one, we got 60, 60, 60, which means this side and this side, wait, all three sides are equal to each other. Oh, wait. That means these two are equal to each other. So 3x minus 6 has to be equal to 2x plus 1. Oh, so we can solve this for x, right? So again, 3 of the points would be getting this part. 2 of the points is solving it. So I'm going to subtract the 2x from both sides. And I get a single x minus 6 is equal to 1, and then I'll add 6 to both sides. And I get x is equal to 7. Now, I am going to make the same mistake I made on the front. I made a mistake earlier on this problem. I only found the value of x. I forgot to find the measure of angle S. So this one says find the measure of angle S. I know x is 16, so here we go. We know S is 4x minus 3. Well, if I'm plugging 16 into that, so we would need to do that. So 4 times 16 is 48. No, it's not. I'm so glad I'm writing this. 3 times 16 48? Where am I getting that from? Yeah, okay, so 4 times 16 is 64 minus 3. Oops, 64 minus 3 is 61 degrees. So I forgot to do that part. And I essentially was about to forget to do this part, and then I reread while I was talking and realized. So UV, let's see. UV, oh shoot, we don't have that one. They're all equal. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So I'll pick this one. 2x plus 1, so 2 times 7 plus 1, that's 14 plus 1, that's 15. Don't believe me? 3 times 7 minus 6, that's 21 minus 6, that's 15. It doesn't matter. We solved it to say those are the same thing, and that's the same thing too. All right, so big ideas on this side. Big angle across to big side. I don't know if what else would be helpful for you to write down. For me, that's the big idea I see here. It's like that and so on and so forth. So, all right, halfway. So now we'll do this one. This page is all about Pythagorean theorem, so a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And that the big idea for this is c is always across the street from the right angle. Doesn't matter the orientation. C is always across the street from the right angle. C is always by itself in the formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, here is c, right? So c is our unknown. So 7 squared plus 5 squared is equal to c squared. You could have written that in either order, 5 squared plus 7 squared or 7 squared plus 5 squared. And I'll just use my calculator, bump it out, bam, 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 74 is equal to c squared. And then to get what c is, man, I keep on going off screen. Oh, let's just do this. I'll just move the camera up. So the square root of 74 is 8.6. So on this calculator, square root is second, then that button down there, square root. So square root of 74, you also could leave it as square root 74, I would accept that. 8.6. It says round to the nearest hundredth, so I should put a 0 after. I'm not going to be a stickler about where you round to as long as it is remotely correct. So, all right, let's look at this one. So we know a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but this time, this is c. That means the 9 goes over here. And then 2, so 2 squared plus, you can say plus b squared, you can say plus a squared. Remember, those are interchangeable, doesn't matter. And remember that the big deal here is when c's over here, you're just subtracting them. And I've seen some of you, you'll do 9 squared equal, or 9 squared minus 2 squared equals b squared. Like you actually just write it like that before you do any of the work, and that's totally fine. But it doesn't matter. 4 plus b squared is equal to 9 squared, which is 81. So 81 minus 4, and then you take the square root. So the square root of 77 is about 8.77 or 8.8. All right. I couldn't resist. I threw another kind of challenge question on here. It says, find the perimeter, that means distance around the outside, of PAKR. Okay. So that's the whole distance around the outside. Well, it's a rectangle too, so we know these are all right angles. Well, that's 8, so that's 8, right? Because that's how a rectangle works. So 8, so, oh, we just got to find this thing right here. So if you kind of ignore the bottom triangle here, you could find that side right there. So I just do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So, well, so 17 is across from the right angle. So 17 goes over here. And then so 8 squared plus a squared or b squared, whatever you want to write there. We're just going to subtract them, right? So 17 squared and then 8 squared. So I'm doing 289 minus 64, and I get 225. So a squared is equal to 225, and we'll take the square root, and be careful how you round this one because it's exactly 15. So that's 15. So if this was the real question that I gave you guys and you only got 15, you'd get like a 4 out of 5 points, like because you forgot that you're supposed to find the whole perimeter. So perimeter, remember, is just the distance around the outside. So I got 8, I got 15, I got 8, I got, oh, this is another 15. So you could be silly and just go 8 plus 15 plus 8 plus 15. Like you don't have to do it fancier than that. The perimeter. Now, it probably better than this. It'd be better to show your work, be like 8 plus 15 plus 8 plus 15. Because then, like, if you make a typo, maybe I made a typo here. No, that looks good. But if you make a typo, then you have like a record. Hey, I do know what I'm doing, even though I slipped when I was typing in the calculator. All right. Trying to finish this up, make it as fast as possible. Are the two triangles congruent? Why or why not? If they are congruent, write a congruent statement. Okay, so remember, congruent triangles have to have everything exactly the same in the exact same order. So let's start with the single angle marking. So single angle marking is R. Single angle marking here is G. So to get from, I'll go single to double angle mark. If I go from single angle mark to double angle mark, I cross a single line. Single to double, I cross a single line. That's a good start. So I'd say RA is the same as GO. And then from A to T, which is the last letter here, I go from double to triple, and I have a double angle mark, or double side mark. So double angle to triple angle, double side mark. Yeah, we're good. So we'd say triangle rat is congruent to triangle goal. Remember, they always follow the same order. So triangle ABC is triangle GFO. They're congruent. So that means that triangle A and triangle G are the same number. So A is 31, G's in that same spot. So G is also 31. Oh, we want to find angle O. Well, we know 108 and 31. 108 plus 31, that's 139. I got 41 degrees. And again, it's really, really good to show your calculations here, because a simple typo ruins the problem. But showing this, and then if I wrote 42, or that's not a big deal. Because oh, you wrote all the right work, you made a silly mistake. All right. The triangles shown are congruent. Find GE. Okay. Oh, wait. We've got these two congruent things, so we know this and this are the same. Oh, that's over here. This and this are the same. So if I want GE, oh wait. So that means that this and this have to be the same. So that's 18. So here's 18. So here's 18. And this is 117. All right, so GE, let's see, that's 18. Now it wants angle F. Well, we know this is 117. We could find that, we know that 117 and these two together is 180. So if I do 180 minus 117, I know that these two together are 63, but they're equal to each other. So each of them is going to be half of that 63. So I just take 63 divided by 2. I'll get 31.5 is what each of those are. So angle F is this one down here, so that's 31.5. And then we want DF. Oh, DF is just one of the 18s. If it had asked us for AF or ME, we cannot do that. We don't know how to do that. There is a way, but it's not something we teach in this course. So it uses something called the law of sines, or the law of cosines. But that is for later, much later. All right, last question. It's just same idea over and over again. EKHRMS. So and they're congruent. So what's angle S? Well, angle S is the last one, and H is the last one. So angle S is congruent to angle H. Angle K, that's the middle one. M is the middle one, so K is congruent to angle M. Cat dog, DO. Well, DO then is the same as the first two here, CA. TA, end to middle, end to middle. So GO. All right, so I am just gonna finish these last couple up. I kind of want to stop there, but it's like, you know what? We came this far, so F is in the middle. So that means the middle here is D, so angle D, MD, last to middle, QF. The order of these matters. If I'd written FQ, that's wrong. I've got to follow the same order. RG, this is a great example. RG, middle to the beginning. So middle to the beginning. FJ. All right, so angle P is the last one. K is the last one. All right, and then J is the last one. So R is the last one. You don't have to write on it like I'm writing on it, but I'm just showing you how I'm seeing it. LJ. Oh, beginning and last. Beginning and last. FR. OM. Last, beginning. Last, beginning. GR. BG. Middle end. Middle end. LO. Okay, if you get this, then that's what you need for the test. Hope you got what you need from me, and if you watch this video on the... sorry, I had a student swing by, so I didn't want them to hear. So the secret code that you put at the top of your test is you say, gee, what should I have you write? How about you write, I am awesome, and underline it. So this is between you and me. That's a secret code. If you watch this video, you get a couple bonus points just for knowing what that is. Don't share it. If a lot of people are doing it, I know a lot of people aren't going to watch this. So if a lot of people write this, I'll know that the secret got out and no one gets it. So just between you and me. Thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful. Bye.